All right, I just pulled out a few of my pieces to go over. I'd say this is a very small sampling of my collection, but I figured let me just a few stuff I want to go over for fun and see how this works out. Let's see. First, I grabbed. I had a lot of bread. Actually, I just went in line and grabbed from one safe. So you're gonna see a lot of Berettas. Got Beretta Bobcat. Got this. It's in 22 LR. It has this weird mag relief. It's down here. Actually, not really used to it. Probably will never get used to it. This is more of a fun pocket gun. Not gonna do a whole lot with it. Not really for defense or anything. I think mainly I got this for the tilted barrel design of it. I thought it was really cool. It kind of matched another gun I had, so I thought it'd be cool, companion piece to it. Overall, just really weird gun. It is threaded barrel, so maybe I'll get you could take a 22 suppressor, which is cheap suppressor. I can use it for a few different guns. But yeah, love the tilting barrel. You can load an extra cartridge here. As far as the features, you have a thumb safety. And I haven't really shot it yet, honestly. So it's a little stiff. The typical Beretta, kind of plasticky grip panels. Nice serrations on the back and on the front here. Nice big trigger guard. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good gun. Like I said, it's just more of a fun, when you have a collection, having a pocket gun or two is pretty typical. As far as pocket guns, I'm kind of leaning towards a Cyclops, actually. Just another piece to add to the collection more than something I would actually use. The Cyclops is, you can get in 45-70, which is crazy. It's like a pocket gun that shoots 45-70. I don't know if I get in 45-70, but I don't know. It's kind of a cool pocket. I don't have too many pocket guns. Not really that interested in them. But this is one that definitely caught my eye. And it's hammer fire, which is nice. All right, then we have the piece, the gun that I bought it as a companion piece that I absolutely love, which is the Beretta M9 A4, and it's clear and cleared. This gun is fast becoming one of my favorite guns. I've done a lot to it. Got a decocker, no safety, hammer fired. Most people know what M9 A4s are. They have A1s, which they just released A1, I believe. I have just got a pair of Lock G10 grips for it. I like the original grips, but they are kind of cheapy. And I finally just said, you know what? I really like the Lock grips, the way they look. I love the texturing on it, the aggressiveness of it. Beautiful stippling on the back strap, on the front here too. Everyone knows this is one of the guns that was up for military contract. I put a Landon Tactical trigger. It's like trigger in the bag, so it was like a springs and everything. And this trigger is just crazy. It's just crazy good. I would say it's on competition level trigger. And the reset is one of the shortest resets. Only thing I think of is CZ Shadow 2 has a shorter reset, maybe. The reset's like nothing. I can show you. It is cut for a red dot, but I don't really know, and I'll show you a Beretta with a red dot on it. I had a Acro on it, FDA Acro, and with the comp on it, maybe in the letter spring, because I had a letter recoil spring in this, just wouldn't cycle reliably, and that's not worth it. I think it's the weight of the acro. So I took it off, and it's pretty reliable. Actually, it's reliable now, so I really have no problem with the reliability of it. I do shoot. I don't shoot 115 out of it unless it's like a plus P maybe. But well, I stay away from 115. I think eventually it could shoot 115 maybe after a break-in period. But it does shoot everything else pretty good. 147, of course, 124 grain bullets. And this is a Beretta comp too. So, and it shoots like really soft, really flat, really soft. It has to do with the trigger. The grips help too. I mean, grips, trigger, and comp or ported or whatever you put on this stuff just adds up. Fortunately, sometimes it causes reliability issues when you do too much stuff. So apparently, the acro was just heavy enough where it was just causing the issues. But I can show you the. Here, we'll put it in single action. So there's a little take up. The trigger didn't stop the take up, which I'm okay with. The pre-travel, it's not a lot, but you know. So the trigger is like super light, and then we have the reset is I barely move my finger. It feels like a It feels like a 3 pound, probably 3 pound trigger or something. It's so light. And I do actually appreciate that there is pre-travel here. Of course, in double action, it's going to be heavier. This is like feels like maybe 8 pounds or something. But on the single action, I do like that there is pre-travel there. So I don't want it to be like my Shadow 2 where it's like no pre-travel. It's like, but yeah, just an awesome. It's just one of my favorite guns at this point. One of the issues being left-handed is where I put my thumb, because you have this safety bar here. I think it's called safety bar. So you kind of hit that, but I can avoid it. So I kind of do this hold for this gun, which avoids that whole issue. So yeah, I mean, I was showing you the trigger. That's why my finger's in the trigger guard. So I don't hear about trigger control and stuff. It's not loaded. Anyway, Beretta M9 A4. Like I said, it's a good. These two make a good piece. I wish actually I could get G10 grips for this too that could match. I don't know if Glock makes those. I don't think they do, but if I can, I'll switch them out. Take a look at those actually, but that would make a good pair. All right. Then we have the other Beretta. 2 more Berettas actually. So this is the Performance X. I only shot this gun like once, mostly because I have a lot of guns and I only get around to shooting so many. But this one does have the Steiner on there because there's no compensator really to cause the issues. And also this is the stock trigger, which actually is funny because this is like the competition gun. It's super heavy, all stainless steel, gorgeous. I do like how they put, here I can clear it. So it's clear. Texturing on the trigger here, which is nice. I do like that. Basically the same design as the M9 A4 with some differences. This one does have a safety. I do like the controls better on this one. They are just really easy to actuate, really smooth. This is of course hammer fired too. And I have a Steiner, which is an acro footprint. The only thing, well, I put the acro on it. Can't co-witness with these guns generally, because they're not really built for red dots, and the design is tried and true for Beretta. The open slide design. It's kind of like rounded, so it's not the best for co-witness. I don't think, and they have this really thick plate. Trigger is nice. It's not the best trigger for a competition gun, but it's nice. The only thing other thing I changed out was these grip panels. These are Beretta steel. These are metal. Sorry, I don't know if they're steel, but they're aluminum probably. There were plastic ones, the poly ones, and they were just really hollow sounding. These are much better. And as far as grip wise, it's not any better. But I just like the fact that it was aluminum plates. So real nice gun. The barrel is not threaded, which I'm okay with. Probably one of the most beautiful Berettas they make, in my opinion at least. And I put this big mailbox on there, but I still like it. So I assume the red dot's not on, which would be a problem. Steiners are, they're okay. I like the aim point, just as good, or around, I think Steiner's a little bit cheaper. Speaking of, I just did my last Beretta. It's this one of my cheapest guns, but really good gun. It's in 380. Those two were in 9s, and the Bobcat was in 22. Wow, this gun was a bargain. This is I think I'm getting a Cheetah 80X. I said 82X. Then I saw this BB 84 for like nothing. It is beat up a little. It's a police trade-in, but man, it does not disappoint. Here it's clear. First, you see that the metal guy rod, which is nice for such a cheap gun. Shoots really nice. I shot it a few times, probably about 4 times. It is beat up a little bit. I was trying to get Cerakoted, but I do like the black and the wood with the wood paneling. It's nice. These are grips. I don't know if they're from Beretta or not. They have the Beretta sign. Nice backstrap with texturing. All metal gun. Like I said, it was really cheap, like $300. In pretty good condition, honestly. Shoots really well. It has like a duty trigger. Controls are nice. I have no problem with used guns, honestly. Was any other gun I shouldn't use? No, those are all brand new. Oh, sorry. No, the Beretta M9A4 actually was used, and you can't tell. You can't tell this was a used gun. It might have one mark on it somewhere. But once you start firing using it, I mean, it's used already. There it is, the mark that was there. See that little mark there? That was it. And it was it's a lot cheaper than new. The Performance X, there was a huge sale on that with a rebate. And I was like, wow, this is paying full price for that would cost in retail would have been crazy. You know, this gun, $300. I mean, like, I wanted a nice 380 that you could carry. This is a great gun for carry. Really reliable. Like I said, duty trigger, which they kind of want with in a carry gun. I don't know how many rounds I put through this, but it's a decent amount to think that, it's reliable. So, like I said, I don't think I just want to maybe get black Cerakote on it, just touch it up. I kind of like my guns in pristine order. Unlike the 80X, there's no, you're not cut for red dot or anything, but I don't really think it needs a red dot. Smaller guns, some of the smaller ones I wouldn't put red dots on, but some I would. But yeah, so 84 BB, really good gun, really good. And it has the same design as the other ones, the open slide and, the safety bar here. So it's just a matter of changing my hold for it. But yeah, and 380, I like 380. It's expensive though. It's more expensive than 9mm. So, but I have a decent amount of it, so I think we're fine. All right, then we go to all hammer fired. So let's switch to, I grabbed my striker fired gun. This is the Walther. I'd say like aesthetically, Walther is not the most pleasing guns, but this one to me it looks nice. This is one of the nicer Walthers, I think. This is the Pro PDP. So it comes with a magwell, which is really nice. Let me clear it for you. If you notice too, this is normally Walthers are sprung really tightly, so I changed the spring so it's lighter spring. They have these terrain serrations are really deep and easy to use. A lot of people don't like how the snappiness of Walther, so changing the recoil spring helps with that. It has the dynamic trigger in it. This is probably the best striker fired trigger out of the box, I think. Better than Canik and all that. And it's a Walther, and I just feel like Walther probably has more longevity than a Canik, or Canik. Anyway, you get an acro with this gun, comes with the acro, and it comes, you can co-witness. So it's set up co-witness, it's nice and deep in the slide, it's cut there pretty good. Controls are great, typical German paddle-like controls. It is a button though, really. It's not like the paddle, like an HK paddle. I have a Surefire on it. There's like double lights on it. And like I said, striker fired. So the trigger is, I mean, that's the take up, super light, and reset. Barely anything. So to me, it's just, I've never shot at Canik. I just have held one and used and tried the triggers. They're nice. I just feel like this is just a little bit better. And then the only safety you have is the Dingus trigger safety. Really nice gun though. To me, probably the best striker fire gun. You can get these in variations. You can get one with a comp. It's called Walther X. You can get the plain Jane one. You can get it in the steel frame one. To me, for trigger fired, unless you Glock, people like that for reliability. Not really a Glock fan. Actually, I don't even have a Glock right now. Just realized that. Probably will never own a Glock then. I started just buying like a Palmetto State Saber. Like, why not? It's cheaper, it has more features, and I like Palmetto State. So, but anyway, Walther PDP Pro. There's a lot of different versions. People like the F. I don't have smaller hands, but also like to say that the put a lock back strap on here, the brass one, and I liked how these kind of like finger bumps are in here too. It just feels really good. Not as good, I would say the HK, maybe a little better grip profile. This one feels really good though. All right, and then the last handgun I'm going to show. So this is just like a little cutout of what I have. I don't want to make a 2-hour video, but this. Oh, I didn't even bring it out. That's okay. I don't have to show it to you. But this is my Desert Eagle. Now this is actually in 44, but I didn't bring it out. I have a gold barrel, which is a 50 AE, which I feel like you nearly need to have it in gold in Desert Eagle, but I wanted a 44 too. And these are really made for quick changes of the barrel. You just push this button here, and then you release the thing, and it clicks right out, man. It's like boom, boom, click right in. It's good. Let me clear it for you too. So this is the 44 Magnum. You can tell it says 44 on it at the bottom, but also it carries 8 opposed to 7 of the 50 AE. But this guy is just, to me, if you're collecting guns, I mean, this is just like the Arnold Schwarzenegger gun that you get. Hammer fired, which is nice. I haven't shot this yet, honestly. Haven't had it for that long. So this is the Black Tiger stripes. I feel like once again, Desert Eagle. Just get a plain Jane Desert Eagle. I don't understand the point, personally, for me, because it's kind of a showy piece. So you kind of get a showy finish, The gold one was probably too much for me. The all gold. I do like black and gold, but I saw the Black Tiger stripe. That was awesome. And of course I had to put some Wicked Samurai grips on there, which just looks really good, honestly. Really good. They have some texturing on his side here, which is nice. I kind of expect this to be high quality. These grips are not cheap grips at all. But yeah, there you go. Desert Eagle and 44 Magnum. I have the barrel conversion, which takes literally seconds to change out to the gold barrel, and it comes with, here's a clamshell. It came with 2 magazines, which is funny because the gun comes with 1 magazine. I wish it came with 2. But whatever. I guess what do you expect nowadays? But yeah, just like a kind of a showpiece. Of course, you want to fire all your guns. I mean, nothing should be a safe queen. I don't see the point of that because it doesn't really devalue. I mean, you shoot it once or 10, 20 times or 0. I mean, it's just like if you ever wanted to sell it, it's not gonna change the price. Since someone knows it's like out of the box, not brand new, it already goes down in value in some cases, sometimes up in value, it depends. And actually, I feel like sometimes I like a gun that has been shot for a little bit because it's just the gun shoots better after being used, generally. I mean, obviously, at a certain point, but that's like tens of thousands of rounds or something. But like, if you shoot a gun 1,000 rounds, usually the gun starts shooting better. You know, everything's like kind of kicking. Some guns don't need that at all. A lot of guns don't need that at all, but some guns do shoot better after a while. They kind of loosen up. Desert Eagle, 44 Magnum. I have a bunch of I have a few 44s. 1, 2, 3 44s. So it's kind of good just to bring out the 44s and shoot them together. All right, it's got a few other guns here. I just wanted to do 10. I mean, just like I said, this one I just modifying and stuff like that. This is the FN PS90. Definitely a fan of 5.7x28. Clear. Actually, just got a. I don't know if I haven't tried it yet, but I got not a speed loader, but just a loader for this because I saw the guy trying to load it up, and it was like seemed it was hard. So you could buy a loader. I'll call it a loader assist for these. These are, by the way, 10 rounds. But they can hold 50, I think, the originals. 25, 50, yeah. Anyway, did a lot to this. Kind of added a cheek riser, which I think you kind of need. I mean, look how high this thing is. So if you put a red dot here, I mean, you're definitely, the height over bore is like decent. So it's good to have the cheek rest there. I put a billet trigger because it comes with a poly one. I do like the safety, how everything's ambidextrous, which is nice. So the safety's right in the middle there, which is kind of cool. But I understand, like, you know, sometimes I guess putting a poly trigger, it just feels cheaper. It's not necessarily like less effective, but the steel one is great. I added it's like I said, everything is ambidextrous, so it includes a charging handle. So I added I'm left-handed, so I added a charging handle on here that kind of comes out, has a spring that you put it back, but kind of like having this charging handle here. The other one is kind of thin. It's still workable, but I don't like it. So I just put it on the right side since I'm left-handed. I have a lightning spring for the trigger, which I am not going to put in because it's a little technical. Sometimes I'll put new springs in and stuff like that, but this one seemed a little technical, so I might have the Smith do it. I also have a handguard in the front because, you know, it's a 60-inch barrel and it's sticking out. It's just ugly, but also when you do shoot the gun, it's nice to be able to hold the handguard. And then I actually sprayed the hand. It was black before, but I think it looks better as a brown. Coyote, actually. Kind of matches the gun better. Yeah, so that's it. I have a Holosun on the top. So I was going to go with EOTech. Maybe I still will. We'll see. But this Holosun's really good. And that's it. And then you have actually iron sights, but it's through this like tiny hole right here. That's your iron sights. So there you go. FN PS90 The P90 is the SBR version of this, and I think in most cases or some cases it's like an automatic. So of course this is semi-automatic. All right, two more to go. Next we have my Ruger 1022. This one also a lot of things done to it. I have a tandem cross ambidextrous charging handle, but I went up using the one on this side, honestly. Anyway, I have a rotary mag that's like 3 rotary mags put together, 10 rounds each. I have it in a Magpul stock. Originally came in a wood wolf stock. I have a new trigger in it. It's a Ruger RBX trigger, I believe it's called. And I have a bigger mag release here, which is nice. I like that mag release. Of course, I put a bull barrel on it with a Volquartsen muzzle device at the end. It's stainless steel, adds a lot of weight. Magpul bipod, tripod, and it's a cheapy Monstrum scope, which is all you need for 22. Honestly, wouldn't have an expensive scope on there, but yeah, it shoots nice. I don't shoot too much. Once again, sometimes some of my 22s are just, I wouldn't say safe cleans, but I mean I'll shoot them, but. And I would say also, I used to buy a bunch of these Magpul bipods. I don't really like them too much more. For 22, I don't really care. For what they are, they're okay, but for price-wise, I would just buy probably one of the metal cheap ones. And instead of buying one of these, I sold a bunch of them actually. And I just kept this one because it's on 22, and it looks really good on the gun. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I kind of like the Atlas. I kind of like the Accutech. Don't have any of those out here, but much more than these. I know that the price there's a difference, but I feel like you wobbly bipod, and it's like, is it for 22? No big deal. 22, you get away with a little bit more, that stuff. And my last one, I also have this one. Speaking of 22s. So it's my favorite 22. This is a Volquartsen Black Mamba. A proprietary. You don't have to use. I don't know if actually the Ruger mags work or not, but this is a proprietary mag, in the fact that it's very similar to the Ruger one. It just lifts the cartridge a little bit closer to the feed ramp, which saves you reliability issues, among other reasons. Got a DLC coated bolt, which is really nice. So it's a Ruger lower with a Volquartsen upper, basically. So it takes down with a single button, just like the Ruger. As far as what you get out of this, you just get supreme reliability. You also get like a competition adjustable trigger. You get the nice Cerakote, obviously 0 recoil, but it still comes with a comp on the front, which is, you take this off and put a suppressor. But I would say, I was looking at, probably want more of a shorter barrel if you had to do a suppressor too, like one of those minis. I do like the grips. I don't think I'd replace the grips. They're really nice, and they're only rubberized grips, but yeah, probably the best 22 you can buy, as far as I know, at least. But yeah, really nice. I would say the only disappointment, I am, and I also have a red dot for this with a LaRue. But the disappointment was it didn't come with this fiber optic for some reason. It came with just a regular black sight, and I had to buy the fiber optic. So that was a little like, really? At this point, it should be like premium, everything premium. But yeah, this gun, I think I only had a few failures, and maybe just because I had to clean it. But it was only a couple, and Maybe it was oh, actually, I'm sorry. I know it was. I remember now. It was they had one mag that just was less reliable than the other ones for some reason. I don't know why. That one mag always gave me. It was like on the second round or something. That one mag. The other mags I have, all worked 100%. So anyway, this is a great gun. Definitely recommend it if you want to get like the best 22. Honestly. All right, last one. See, it's 30 minutes for 10 guns, so that's why I'm like, this one is one of my Mossbergs. Pretty cool gun. It's like something new. It's like I think they made this for the military. That's why I have like the AR style safety on it. This of course has the Wooks. This is the AR butt pad. I have bought the extra butt pad on the stock, and extra butt pad here. Gives you more curvature. Sits on your shoulder, really nice. Some cheap red dot from Standard Manufacturing on it, and the Wooks furniture. So this is the grip, but really nice gun. I mean, this is all metal here. Mossberg's Mossberg. You have a little area here where you can have attachments for a sling, and it's adjustable. Stock from Wooks. The original stock actually really nice. The butt pad was really cushy, really nice. But I kind of wanted a certain look for my Mossberg, which is with all Wooks furniture. I have like 2 more with Wooks furniture. The cool thing about this one, I got a nice trigger too. It's metal trigger. The cool thing with this one is that it is mag-fed. This is the first double stack shotgun magazine, which is kind of cool. This might be 10. Yeah, 10. They have bigger ones, but yeah, mag fed, and it's double stack, so that's something that's different. But there it is. It's really nice. So the Mossberg RM. So it's like rotary safety, and magazine fed. And it's the RM part. Really easy actually to get this on and off. It's kind of like it's almost like a AK in a sec that you're kind of like coming in an angle and clicking in. But really nice gun. I love Mossbergs. Just their price point and reliability is great. Also comes with a breacher. You can actually see it's like just one piece. So you have a breacher. They have a model with no breacher, and it comes with heat shield, which is nice. And it's obviously a pump, so in 12 gauge. All right, well that's just some of the stuff I have. There's a lot more. So also, all right, that's it for now. Maybe I'll do another 10 later on in the year, but that's it for now. All right, thanks. Go Birds.